Due to the language of this program, viewer discretion is advised. Live from the iWatch Radio Studios located in St. Louis, Missouri, and known around the world, this is The Show Me Show with the HBN family.
We back, Show Me Show. We got the first guest in the building, St. Louis song, Trixie.
Yes.
Little Miss Incredible.
Yes.
So, Trixie, what's been up with you, man?
What's been up? I just released the mixtape, the 4th of July, Little Miss Incredible 2.
Okay.
That's on MidwestMixtapes.com. It's also on STL Mixtapes right now. So if you want to get that, it's free. No login, download. You can go ahead and get that right now. Midwest Mixtapes. Free.
Shout out to Adam Murphy too, man, over there at Midwest.
Oh yeah, that's my boy. That's my boy.
That's the home.
He be looking out for real.
So how has people been responding to Little Miss Incredible 2?
Well, it's a big difference from the first one, because on the first one I didn't have no hype. I had an internet hype, like a little internet, and I just released it on the internet. I didn't have like Nelly behind me then. So with this mixtape and his support, it kind of changed it a lot. And I got, so far, Adam Murphy told me it's been downloaded in 399 different cities, and that's just in the first month. We got all the way from Atlanta to London to I think he said Paris and Chicago, Dallas. So yeah, it's been a good response. I've only heard one bad thing. Well, it wasn't even bad. It was constructive criticism. You know, there's always that one asshole. But no, I appreciate it. I listen to everybody. So whatever you got to say.
And what did that asshole say, man?
That asshole, and it's not even real assholeness. It was constructive criticism. He said, well, towards the end of it, it got a little boring or whatever. He was like, so I would just try to switch up your flow a little bit more. But I'm like, okay. I mean, it can't hurt, right, to listen to type of stuff like that. So
not at all.
It's just constructive.
So what is the difference between Little Miss Incredible 2 than the first one?
Well, the second one's it's got more of a theme. Like the first one, I took some songs that I did throughout the year, and I just threw them together. This one, I had a project in mind. I wanted to do this kind of song and this kind of song and this kind of song. The last mixtape, it was just throw some songs on and call it a mixtape. This one's, it's more, the first one I put out, I was 19. I'm 21 now, so there's gonna be that difference anyway, because that was at the beginning of, exactly, that was the beginning of college. This is towards the end of college. I'm going into my senior year now. So it's more real. The first one's just trying to prove I can rap, witty punchlines or whatever, clever. But this one's more, who is Trixie? You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Okay, cool. And how did you get in contact with Nelly, man? That's big, man.
Like,
that's big.
Like,
that's very big.
Well, it was actually my dad. My dad went to college with this guy named Topher. Now he's with Dirty. He works and promotes for them or whatever. And then he got my mixtape to Blue Bolton. Blue Bolton is the vice president of Dirty ENT. So I had a meeting with her, and she's like, well, I'm going to hear back from the guys or whatever. And didn't hear anything for 2 months. And then she got back and got word back from Nelly and the Lunatics. And they was like, yeah, we dig her. Let's meet with her. And then I met with them around this time last year, and then the rest is history.
So how have things changed since, being with Dirty ENT?
Well, when you got that Dirty ENT stamp, especially in St. Louis, your songs are going to move a little easier. I mean, and then you got a guy who sold over 30 million albums behind you. I mean, how could it not change? You know what I mean? So it's just a little easier to move, with him co-signing, especially in St. Louis. It's just a little easier.
What is the biggest?
And it's more fun. Sorry, it's more fun. I remember in Nashville. This was the first time I went out of town with them, and I was underage at the time. So seeing all the freaky Moscato, whatever, just there, it was like I don't know. It was just awesome to me. I didn't know how to take that, so yeah, it's fun.
It's cool. What is the biggest misconception that people get of Nelly? I done heard the stories. I'm pretty sure everybody has. Like a lot of people, says he's arrogant and doesn't help. You know what I'm saying? But from what I'm seeing, he's doing a good job.
Are you kidding me? That couldn't be more far from the truth. He's the most down to earth guy. He's so humble, and he works like he has nothing. His work ethic is like, you cannot be around him and not learn something from him. Because one, he's gonna tell you, he's gonna teach you, he's gonna verbally be like, yo, no, you need to do this, you need to do this. And he's not like forceful with it either. He respects my creativity and Lil St. Louis creativity and JGE's creativity. But the biggest misconception is that he's conceited or something, and he doesn't look out for a St. Louis artist. And I'm a living example. Me and Lil St. Louis and JGE, free studio time. That's an expensive studio. We don't gotta pay for nothing, and that's love. It's a family. So yeah, that dude is the most humble, down to earth guy I've met. So yeah, which is hard to do, because I mean, you sell 30 million records. I'm a kind of an asshole. I mean, that's just me.
Right.
That's just me. I'm gonna be kind of arrogant. I'm just kidding, maybe a little bit. But nah, he's a good guy.
That's pretty cool, man. So speaking of studios and Nelly and Little St. Louis, you guys did a video.
We
In
did.
the studio.
In the studio.
Little St. Louis.
Yes, sir.
How do you get your money? How
Yes,
did
sir.
that come about?
Well, remember that first meeting we had? Okay. This time last year, he's like, man, I'm a fan of yours. He was like, your music is dope, your style is dope. He's like, I want to put you on the mixtape for sure. I'm like, oh, okay. This is the first time I met him. He's telling me that he wants to put me on his mixtape. I went home like, Mom, blah, blah, blah. Woke her up. It was like 2 o'clock by the time I got back from the studio. She had to work and everything. She's all excited or whatever. So yeah, I'm like a little kid or whatever. And yeah, and then a few months later, once the mixtape was closer to drop, towards the end of the year, it was December 24th was when it dropped. So like a week before that, he brought me in and we did How You Get Your Money.
Premiere that video to the people.
All right, this is Nelly featuring my big bro Lil St. Louis and myself. How do you get your money?